Hey, fabulous fifth graders. Watch me as I show you what it is that I want you to know how to do today. First off, I know you've already done some of lesson 7, but I want to make sure that you specifically understand what it is that we're trying to do today. So look at, they're asking us to draw an area model. Then they're asking us to solve using standard algorithm. They all want us to use arrows to match the partial products. Okay, so there's 3 different things that they're asking us to do in lesson 7. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to connect the area model to the standard algorithm with partial products. Something I need you to understand is that the first number is always the top number. Do you see how the first number is the top number? Second number is the bottom number. That's the same when you're making your area model. So I want you to split this up by units. There are 4 hundreds, there are 8 tens, and there are 1 ones, right? And then the 352 is the second number. The second number is the second number in the standard algorithm, and it's what goes along the side. 352. And by the way, notice how I wrote the numbers before I did the box. I think I told you this before, but if you do it that way, it makes making the box a lot easier because you're just separating your ones and tens from hundreds. See, ones, tens, hundreds, makes it a little easier to separate. Now, I think you remember that all we're doing is the basic fact, 4 times 2, which is 8, but then I got to put my 2 zeros back on, right? So my final answer here would be 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 800, right? So you're going to complete that for all of them. This would be 8 times 2. Do you see how it's like a multiplication chart? It's this 2 and this 8 come together. So this is 2 times 80. 2 times 8 is 16. Put that 0 back on. This one is 2 times 1, which is 2. This is 4 times 5, 100 times 50, right? But really the basic fact is 4 times 5. There's that trick one. That's 20, but I need to put back on 1, 2, 3 zeros. So I'm going to put back on 1, 2, 3 zeros. So it's really 20,000. Okay, this one is 50 times 80. 5 times 8 is 40. 1, 2 zeros back on. 50 times 1, 50. 400 times 300. Basic fact, 4 times 3 is 12. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Basic fact, 3 times 8 is 24. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1 times 300, 300. Okay, now here's where the partial products go. Partial products, I'm going to add together all the ones place, all the tens place, all the hundreds place. So 800 plus 160 plus 2. And you have this whole side this way, right? So we have 800 plus 160 plus 2. Whoops. So we have 2, 6, 9. So I know this one is 962. Look how I put the 2 all the way at the end so that when I line up this, when I'm going to add them, my place values will line up. Here, for this one, I have 20,000 plus 4,000 plus 50. You're doing this with me while I'm doing it. You're not just staring at me doing it, right? Again, I'm going to be careful with place value. So see how I made sure my 5 ended up in the tens place, right? Careful with place value. Now this one's going to end up really big. It's going to be hard to fit it on that line that I ended up writing myself. But we have 120,000. We have 120,000. We have 24,000. Look how careful I have to be with place value. And we have 300. See what I did? Okay, I got to keep these lined up. 0, 0, 3, 4, 4, 1. I know that one's a little bit lost, but it's there. There's a 1. All right. And then I'm trying to get my final product, which is the answer to a mathematical problem, by adding these all together. So I got 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 6 is 11. So here's 1, 1. I'm in the hundreds place. 9, 10 plus 3 is 13. 4, 5 plus 4 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. And don't forget that 1 was right there. Okay, so this is what I've got for a final product. Now I want you to start solving the standard algorithm. Okay, so we did the area model. Now we're going to solve the standard algorithm. That's this right here. If you look back in your notes, you have notes, mini zoos, mini animals, on how to do this. I'm going to work through this with you, but I'm following the mini zoos, mini animals process. So I'm going to start with the number in the hundreds place. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. I'm only doing the 2 right now. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 more is 9. Now look what I just did. I just found a partial product that matches because the same thing that I just did. When I did 2 times 4 over here, it was really 2 times 4 in the hundreds place. When I did 2 times 8, I got 160. When I did 2 times 1, I got 2. So it's the same. Now I'm done. So I'm done with this one right here. And I am not using this 2 anymore. So you can cross him off. But I am going to be working in the tens place. So every time I'm doing this, this is not really 5 times 1. It's really 50 times 1, 50 times 80, 50 times 400. So I'm putting a 0 here so that when I do 5 times 1, which is 5, it's really 50 times 1, which is 50. Now 5 times 8, 4D. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4, 2, 4. Draw your arrows. See, remember we were supposed to draw arrows to match? Look at my partial product matching. This is how I know I was doing it correctly either way. Now I'm moving on to the hundreds place. So I'm done with this 4. I'm going to erase him because I don't want him to confuse my stuff. And I'm done using this 5. I'm going to do the same math that I just did, only I'm in the hundreds place. So look at this. 3 times 1 is 3, but I am not going to put a 3 here. I'm remembering that this 3 is pushed over 2 times into the hundreds place. So I'm putting these 2 zeros here to push it out of the ones place, out of the tens place, and into the hundreds place. I'm being very careful with place value. So that was 3 times 1. Now 3 times 8 is 24. Now 3 times 4 is 12, 13, 14. Look at my matching partial product. Now, if I really, really did this all right, then when I add this together, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, 6, 1. If I did this right, there's my final answer. That's the product. It all matches. So I've just done everything that it had asked me to do. Draw an area model. Only this time I was careful to put my first number in the top and my second number in the side. First number in the top, second number in the side. I completed a complete area model. If you're confused about what box goes where, please come and see me so you know what goes inside each box. Let me add these couple of ones in case you didn't know. This one's 300 times 80. This one was 400 times 300. Okay, if you're confused about any of this, please come talk to me. If you're not, then I want you to go ahead, just like it says, complete the problem set, all of page 71. So I want you to do all of page 71.